Hey, what is it, you sexy beast? GhostSickness Tristan here, and today I'm bringing you ghostly advice. Now, I know it is a day late, and for that, I am very sorry, you guys, but unfortunately, I have some addictions and things that I will discuss in next week's video as to why I didn't upload, because I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but haven't actually got around to it. So again, I'm going to get right into the first email. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hey, Tristan, I know this is weird, and I don't know if you'll ever see this. I'm 16 now, and I'm scared I'm going to die. Over the summer, I had my first girlfriend. It was great. Everything I ever wanted. Out of nowhere, she broke up with me, and I was devastated. I lost 19 pounds because I wouldn't eat, and whenever I would eat, I would tell myself to throw it up. I never put fingers down my throat or anything, but I was still hurting myself by not eating. By the end of summer, I was 101 pounds as a 5'10", 16-year-old. Time went on and I got better. I was able to eat again. I still haven't regained all 19 pounds I lost, but I'm trying. Recently, I found another girl that I thought I would be with for quite a while longer than a month, but to my surprise, when our 1-month anniversary came around, she became tired of me. She didn't like the attention. At this point, it was too late though. We started dating in November and broke up on the 17th of December. We did everything together. She was there for me. We didn't break up because I wasn't ready for a relationship. At that point, I realized I was the shit. And I think by that he means the problem, because like being the shit is a good thing. But anyway, now I've noticed myself eating even less. I'm scared I'll throw up everything I eat like I did before. I'm scared I'm going to die. I'm writing this to you because I need your help. I can't lose all that weight again or I will be hospitalized. I don't know what I'm expecting of writing this. Maybe a friend, maybe attention. It's unfair of me to be doing this to you. I'm just sad and I feel like things are going to get worse. Anyways, I just want you to know that I've been one of your biggest fans forever and I've always loved and watched your streams when I can make it. Please get back to me if you can. Just somebody. All right, man, not gonna lie, this is a pretty tough email. First things first is figuring out why exactly that you have this eating disorder. So is it the girl situations? Is stuff going on at home? Is it friendships? Is it, you know, stuff going on at school? Like, what exactly is the cause for this disorder that you're running into? So again, if you can try to figure out that, then you can try to work on that issue before you work on the eating issue itself, because that will lead to solving the eating issue normally in general. So to me, you're suffering from anorexia, and bulimia is very similar. However, it's caused by, like you said, self-inducing vomit, right? Anorexia is caused by not really eating, and that causes you to starve yourself basically and lose weight. So again, you really have to ask yourself why you're not eating and why you're having these problems. Is it caused by this girl breaking up with you? Is it caused by your need for love, or your need for friendship, or your need for company? Like, I feel like you need a support group around you, right? I think that would help a ton, having, you know, friends and family members, letting them know about this disorder, letting them know that you have a problem. Because again, the first step to overcoming an addiction is admitting that you have one. And this is, again, not a positive addiction, right? It's basically an addiction to not eating food. And so I want you to first establish a support group, right? So friends, trusted friends, family members, trusted adults, anything like that. People you can confide in and that you feel safe around, who aren't going to judge you for this, right? Because again, I know how teenagers can be in high school. They can be very judgmental when it comes to eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia, especially around girls. Because again, I really like this email because it does happen to guys too, and nobody really talks about that, and I don't think that's right. So anyway, man, I would first off establish a support group, and then secondly, once you do that, figure out why exactly that you're having this eating issue. Why exactly is it, you know, like I said, girl troubles, friend troubles, not having enough support, right? What is it? And then work on fixing that before you actually work on trying to fix the issue, because I think fixing this will end up fixing the eating issue in the first place. And again, if you want to, I would subject yourself to eating what foods you can actually keep down and what foods you can tolerate. So maybe it's bread, maybe it's toast, maybe it's cereal, certain kinds of cereal, you know, maybe it's protein bars or whatever, foods that you really, really enjoy, and eating more of those instead of trying to force yourself to eat whole meals if your stomach can't handle that. Because I know when my stomach hurts, because I don't know, I have a pretty sensitive stomach, it's hard to keep down certain foods sometimes, and it just upsets my stomach either way. And so finding foods that you can eat and enjoy that aren't too, you know, like large and aren't too like greasy or anything like that, so that you can keep them down better. And then, like I said, working with that support group and seeing and kind of measuring your progress, right? Maybe even keep a journal of different weight shifts that you go through and kind of what you've been eating and what you really like and what foods you should avoid that really don't sit well with your stomach, because I know you're not gagging yourself, but not eating is definitely really bad for you. And so I want you to be able to keep down some foods. And again, even if it's only one type of food is better than no types of food. So I would work on that, man. Definitely establish a support group. Try to find out what is causing you to have this eating disability in the first place, and then go from there. And again, focus on the small foods. Start small and then work your way up back to big meals and stuff like that if you can. Please write me another email if you get this, man, and let me know how it all goes. All right, guys, moving on to the second email for today. So how's it going, Ghost? Been a while. I'm not sure if you still do these or not, but I have a problem I need help with. So this girl and I have been friends since 6th grade, dude. So this girl, right? I consider her a best friend, and when she's having problems, she tells me, and same for me to her. But I started to like her, and I feel like we could work out as a couple, but there is this one problem. She has told me she isn't ready for a relationship because she was raped last year and is scared of what comes with the relationships, sex. We have talked about it a lot, and I don't know what to do. She is a great person, and other than the rape situation, there would be nothing holding me back. I'm also not looking to instantly go and fuck this girl, but we are sophomores in high school, and I would hope that it would happen eventually, you know? Anyway, best of luck to you. You don't have to put this in a video. If you still make ghosty advice, or reply would be very appreciated. So again, you're in high school, man, the time of your life, right? Pretty awesome time. And you like this girl, but again, you're not sure if you guys would work out in a relationship. Now, again, if it were me, this girl is sending you clear signs that I think being friends with her would be the best solution. So I think it would be in your best interest to just remain best friends with her and not really look at this girl as a sexual partner until she's ready for that. And I think in the meantime, you should find somebody that actually does want a sexual relationship, or a relationship that will eventually lead to sex. Now, again, don't get me wrong. If you're absolutely head over heels for this girl and you want to date her, I definitely just want to warn you that sex might not ever happen in the relationship, and if it does happen, it may not happen as much as you want it to, and so that might be a problem with you. And I keep in mind, it's in certain situations it's better just to not date than date and break up, because no matter what anybody says, it will never actually be the same after you guys break up. All right, man, you need to ask yourself if losing this girl is worth dating her, right? And if you think it's worth it, then I would say to proceed with trying to date her. But if you're going to get sexual with her, if you guys do end up dating, is to take it very, very slow and make sure that she is comfortable with the situation, you know, and all of the time, right? And if she's not, then you immediately stop and show her that you respect her and that you're there for her. If you're a genuine guy, because that's obviously why you're writing this email, then I think you can do that. And so I would honestly, man, I would try to date a different girl for the time being. Wait until she kind of comes around a little bit. Keep her as a best friend if you can. And in the meantime, try to date another girl. But if you're absolutely incessant on dating this girl, then I would take it very, very slow. And like I said, ask all the way through every little part that goes on. She might get a little annoyed by it, but you just want to make sure that you're not overstepping any boundaries and that you're not going to cause her to kind of remember that experience that happened to her and be associated with you in any way in that situation. So I really hope this helps, man. Please let me know what you decide to do in my email in the description below. All right, moving on to the 30 email, guys. I really hope you like it. It's a little different than the first two. Hey, Tristan, my name is Jim Bob, and guys, I changed the name for, you know, privacy purposes. I'm a 14-year-old guy, almost 15, and I'm addicted to video games. It has never really been much of a problem until this year, my first year of high school. At the beginning of the school year, I just started playing games all day, pretty much every day. I'm homeschooled, not realizing how much work I had to do. It's near the end of the school year and I'm behind on 2 subjects. It's also started to have an impact on my life. I've started to lose a good relationship I have with my parents because my mom gets stressed out and she gets mad at me for being behind. She tells my dad and he does the same. I'm also overweight due to me being far behind and trying to catch up and just sitting in my room doing nothing but schoolwork. Also, I've lost all connection with my friends. This addiction is really ruining my life and I need help to stop and I just don't know how. Any advice would be great. Thanks in advance if you answer. Also, I wouldn't mind if you put this in an episode of Ghosty Advice. Now, again, a couple of things. I'm glad that you do admit that you have a problem because it sounds like you do. And if you really want to overcome the addiction, what I would recommend doing is obviously not quitting cold turkey. I don't believe that would work. I would recommend slowly phasing out games. And while you're doing that, if you're up for the challenge, is putting in a positive exercise instead. So I remember, I don't remember who brought it up, but basically if you know, you're watching TV or something like that, every time commercials come on, you do 5 or 10 push-ups, right? something like that. And if you're trying to phase out video games, maybe just put them down for like a half hour a day for the first week, and then an hour a day for the second week, and then an hour and a half the third week, and 2 hours. As you see where this is going, right? And then in that time frame, talk to your parents, talk to your friends, go outside, go on a walk. If you have pets, like take them on a walk, dude. Go to the park, read a book, like pick up another hobby, right? Something like that. Try to do something positive for that time that you're away from the video games. And I think it will create a positive association in your brain. And it'll take a couple of weeks. Again, I don't expect you to quit games cold turkey. I wouldn't ask that of you. I really like video games myself, but I just am quite frankly too busy to play them. And being homeschooled presents a unique challenge because it's not like they're not there, right? If you're trying to study your textbook and you're like, man, I could really just play PlayStation right now. And you also got to look into what aspects of the games are you craving, right? What do you need? Are you playing multiplayer games with friends, or are you just playing single player games? Like, what is it about the games that's getting you hooked and keeping you coming back? And can you substitute something in real life, something positive instead of that, right? So let's say you play video games because your friends play video games. All right, well, are your friends close by? Are there any that you can hang out in person with? Because you can have a lot more fun that way. In my opinion, actually seeing someone and laughing and joking around with them. Also, if your parents are having dinner or whatever, try to spend as much time with them as you can. Maybe come downstairs and help them cook. Again, it's totally up to you what you're willing to do. But I think doing this slow method of starting with a half hour a day and substituting something positive will be much easier to transition instead of just trying to quit games tomorrow, because I know that would be absolutely impossible and unjust of me to ask of you. But you might end up finding something that you like more than video games, such as reading, spending time with friends, going outside, that you like a lot more. So again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Ghost Advice. If you did, please leave a like. My email is in the description below. I still do these. Sorry about the lack of uploads, guys. 2017 was a really weird year, but a really great year at the same time. I fucking love you guys. Stay sexy, you beasts. I'm GhostSickness, and I'm out.